What's up, YouTube? Finally get me on another rant. So this one here, you can kind of tie it in the relationship series if you want. Up to you. This one here, basically all about protecting your spouse or your girlfriend, whichever one comes first. Specifically, I don't mean protecting from physical harm and all of that, but sometimes you got family that you just have to protect your girl from. And I'll go ahead and just say it, that was also part of the reason why my relationship failed as well. And part of it was my parents. But how can your relationship fail because of your parents? And that goes for the other family as well. So we're gonna start this off with kind of a recap. I learned a long time ago that if my family didn't like somebody that you was dating or hanging with, didn't matter if it was just a homeboy they didn't like, you wasn't finna hang with them. If it was a girl that you liked, you wasn't finna see her. You wasn't finna go outside and play with her. And my previous relationship, not my ex-wife, they fucked it up. They fucked it up. It wasn't just the outside interference. That was a big part of it too, the outside interference with some of my ex-girlfriends, people bringing guys in the picture when we would just be laying around chilling. But a big part of it was that once I finally let my folks know that we were dating, well, even before that, once they figured out we was dating, you know, they would do little shit to interfere, like, hey mom, I'm finna go over so-and-so house. I'm not finna call names. I'm gonna go over so-and-so house for a while. Is that all right if I use the car? And they'll be like, yeah, we're gonna use the car for the day, so maybe next time. And the car sit there 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight, and they not even use the car. That was basically their way of saying no without saying no. Interfering in the relationship. And when it came to my marriage, I'm gonna just say it, my ex-wife brought the shit on herself by being a smart mouth motherfucker when we first started. We'd be over there, you know, she'd be in the room talking shit. My parents would send me back there. Son, you go tell the girl to stop cussing. I'm on the phone with my mama. Or I'm on the phone with my daddy. Well, no, I'm sorry, not daddy, because my grandpa passed away. But hey, I'm on the phone with mama. And my ex-wife with her smart ass mouth, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to talk. That's my mouth. Ain't nobody gonna tell me shit. And she would say it loud enough, purposely loud enough, so they can hear her say that kind of shit. And eventually they got sick and tired of it. Now, eventually, I got her straightened out where she wasn't quite as bad. Still bad, but not like that. Not quite that terrible. And by the time I got her straightened out, it was just basically too late. My folks didn't like her. They wasn't gonna ever like her again. It was all said and done. And they would constantly take swipes at her and stuff, but they wouldn't do it when I was around. And another thing is, my ex-wife wouldn't tell me that they took a swipe at her. Sometime it'll be a week or two down the road before she'd tell me they took a swipe at her, because I'd be at work and she didn't want to bother me with it. Or because she was going to fear that I took their side. And it's not like that I was going to just take their side on it. I did everything I could do to keep the peace, but I didn't know how to deal with my folks, because when they fucked up my other relationships, and I'd figured out, okay, even a long time ago, that it wasn't a good idea to tell them about my relationships, because if they didn't like the person, then it was a done deal. At the time, I didn't have a car, so I was kind of at their mercy, and I was kind of screwed. But I figured out a long time ago that if they didn't like them, I wasn't seeing them, regardless. So I didn't tell them shit. I didn't tell them about girlfriends or anything like that, and I didn't know how to deal with them. And so my way of trying to protect my ex-wife was, hey, just stay away. Don't go over there. Don't go. Stay away from the house. Unfortunately, she would not listen to me at all. Hey, honey, I need to go over there, run a quick errand. I'll be right back. I'm coming. No, honey, just let me run the errand. No, I said I'm coming. I don't feel like sitting in this house. And I go over there and pray to God that neither one of them said to anything to them, to each other. Neither one of them. And God forbid that it be laundry time, because we didn't have money to wash, and she'd have to be over there by herself. And then my folks would use the kids against her. She kept the kids in the back to keep them out of the way. And sometimes that girl cussing them kids out, which me and her both cuss at the kids. Look, I'm not fucking Bill Cosby, okay? And them kids is bad than a motherfucker. We do cuss and fuss at them kids, okay? Both of us. I don't do it as much as her, especially around my folks, because I don't cuss around my parents. That girl cussing them kids out. She need to let them out the room. She back there acting funny. Okay. Honey, they said you acting funny. You let them out the room. Well, they show when I let them loose, they complain. And when she let the kids loose, they whine that you need to be a better mother. You need to watch the kids better. So it was damn if she did and damn if she didn't. Littering motherfuckers. It was damn if she did, damn if she didn't. But like I said, she brought it on herself at the very beginning. But also, too, aren't you supposed to be the bigger person and forgive? After all, some untold stuff. I hate I accidentally name dropped before, but I ain't doing it this video. So if you're too lazy to go back, thank goodness you are. But now, when me and my wife got together, she was on meds for being bipolar, which she wasn't bipolar. But she was on those meds for a case, and the government made her take the shit. And she was off the meds. I noticed her behavior was so much better and calmer. I eventually helped get her off the meds by reporting it to her doctors and stuff. And she straightened out a whole bunch. But now you got two able-bodied people. Shouldn't y'all fucking forgive? Parents? Shouldn't y'all? I think so, right? After all, y'all all sat down at the table and said, we're gonna squash all of this. But y'all didn't. Y'all would talk shit to her behind my back. And then I get to act like ain't nothing happened. Hey, son, how was your day? Oh, everything was fine here. And this is the honest to God's truth. Everything don't be fine there. I've witnessed me coming in the house, and then the kids follow right in, and the facial expressions on both of them just drop, just change. Like, oh, god damn. The grandkids here. That's not saying they don't love the grandkids, but my kids is bad than motherfucker. They are. As a matter of fact, when my wife got pregnant with, ex-wife got pregnant with our first son, she was still on those meds for about the first month and a half. And that was another part of why I was trying to get her off of those meds. And that was, thank goodness they did. They saw a big change in her behavior. So, that was a success. But yeah, that's probably why he acts up and acts so damn hyper. Because of that. So I'm saying all of this to you fellas out there and to you women out there. Look, sometimes a bit of privacy pays off. Sometimes you have people in your family, whether it's your mother, your daddy, your uncle, your aunt, hell, your sister, your cousin. My sister didn't like her either because of how she acted at the beginning of the relationship. And my ex-wife didn't really get over the stuff either because they kept doing it over and over. But they all seem to rebound so much quicker than Mr. Sensitive over here. But sometimes it's good to keep your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend away from your family. Because I've decided after yesterday, because an incident happened yesterday, the ex-wife was over there washing. They had a bed bug infection. Okay? The exterminator came and they pretty much got everything cleared out. And some clothes that were not contaminated needed to be washed. My mother let her wash. And apparently the ex-wife got down to the last load. And so my dad asked her, how much longer you gonna be? And the ex-wife responded, well, I only got one more load left. And he responded, good, the sooner you done, the better. Closed the door in her face. Went back in the house. Now, I took it somewhat personal too, because not only is my ex-wife there, my kids are also there too. So the sooner she and the kids leave, my children, the sooner she leave and my kids leave, the better. But you'll sit here and tell me, oh, well, you need to get custody of your children. And if they have to be here more, that's fine. It's a fucking lie. It's not fine. It's not fine at all. And I know that. So, and one thing that I can't stand is a bunch of liars. I don't like to be lied to. Which is probably, I really don't even want to go back over there. I'm on the way to go pick up my children now. Because my ex-wife, it had gotten bad to the point where she just didn't want to go over there towards the end. Which is what I had been telling her from the beginning. Just, honey, stop going over there. Just don't go over there. If you ain't got to go over there, don't go. If I got to go over there, just let me run over there. I'll come right on back to the house. Don't go. That was my way of protecting her. And I did have to have some talks with my folks. But now that she's ex-wife, it's all off. Like, I went in the house like, hey, mom, dad said something. Don't come in here defending her! Just straight up about to go off on me. Well, y'all said it was okay for her to come over here and watch. What is it? He basically, the sooner she and the kids leave, the better. But the night before, he sit down and shook my hand because I'm making videos on every time the kids are over there with me. Because I have these children basically every day. Pretty much every day we do have the children. And if I do decide to go full custody, I'm very confident that I could win the head. Oh, son, I just wanted to tell you because you seemed like you'd be the better parent. Okay, I know I would be the better parent. But I'm no prize either. I'm not no Bill Cosby parent. Shit. More like Fred Sanford. You big dummy, get your ass in here. But at the same time, you know, it's a lot to deal with. You're going to sit here in my face the night before and tell me I need to get custody of the boys. And you all proud and shaking my hand because I'm making videos and tallying my proof and getting receipts. Doing all this stuff, preparing just in case I want to get full custody of my kids. Depending on how stuff plays out. And then you're going, the sooner you get your stuff, the sooner you finish, the better. It's a lot of fakery that I don't like. And you can answer this down below if you want, but was I wrong? Because I just straight up told her, I said, you know, my parents don't like you. She said, I know. They didn't like me when we was married. But it's just now coming out because we divorced. I'm not even tripping. And what's messed up about it, and not messed up about it, I kind of want my ex-wife to cuss him out. Because, like I said, yeah, she did what she did. And I was horrible and it hurt and everything, and I still meant what I said. Yeah, I do hope that one day that dude beat her ass. That would be nice. Just so I can tell you, I told you so. But they are just a bigger part, just as responsible for our divorce as anybody else. They're just as big a part of the reason why we divorced as anything. Because we would fuss about that nearly daily. They were a huge factor in our divorce. Honey, I can't believe you let them say it. Honey, I wasn't there when it happened. And you're telling me this here about a week later. I did talk to them about something, but they don't seem to give a fuck. Just like you didn't give a fuck when you first started going over there. I've asked you before, don't even go back to the house. Stop going. Stop visiting. Don't go. Period. Stay away. You seem to have to be over there for some reason. Stop. Just don't go. She keep the kids in the room. They got an issue with it. She let the kids run. She ain't watching the kids. She be over here washing all these clothes. Don't y'all got some money? No, we don't. So, again, I say all of that to tell y'all, keep your spouses away. Keep your business in your house, which I did a pretty good job of keeping my business in the house. She didn't. She thought she did, though. But she didn't. Just keep your spouses away. Yesterday, when they pulled that again, I made my final decision. Whoever I date next, they won't know about it. If I get married again, if I have a wedding ceremony, that's probably the only thing they're gonna be knowing about. Oh, hey, I'm getting married. The ceremony is here. Didn't tell us you had a girlfriend. Nope. Because you fucked up my previous relationship. You helped contribute to messing up my relationship of 7 years. And y'all contributed big time to messing up this relationship as well. As a matter of fact, the girl I wanted to get with now, big portion, and I peeped this, and she won't come out and say it, but if she watched the video, I'm sure she would admit to it. Big portion she won't go out with me now is because my parents. Matter of fact, if I do work on her car, she don't even like dropping the car off over there. She likes to have her a ride already set up so that the car be dropped and she takes off and goes. If it's a 20-minute job, she's not gonna wait around. Because my folks didn't like her then, they don't like her now. And that is a good woman. A woman who's good to my children, who's a great mother figure, who knows how to keep a house going, who knows how to live cheap, which is extremely important when you're a broke ass nigga like me. Keep your spouses to yourself. That's all I can say. I can keep going on and on. That's my personal experience with it, and with my folks too. But like I said, keep your spouses to yourself. Keep them safe. Keep them protected. Keep them protected from other people. Keep your business in your own house. And that's it. See ya.